Yo, what's up guys, the Insane Game Freak here to bring you Durarara Season 2, Part 3, Episode 4. God, I hope it's 4. Probably watch it be 5 and be mad as shit. It might be 5. 4 or 5, I don't know. I forgot. It's been a minute. Forgive me! Alright, anyways. So, this episode was, well, ironically enough, I would argue this episode was mainly a Verona episode, and it also brings up an interesting point that I kind of wanted to talk about. So the premise of this episode is, well, Kudri walked in the room, and I was like, well, which way is she gonna go? Antagonistic or surprisingly nice, considering how nice she was to Henri? Well, Kudri was like, well, I'm gonna go over here and kiss your boy, and then I'm also going to curse him with the Psycha. And then I'm going to steal him away from you. And Salty broke. Like, I think she physically, mentally broke down and became a giant black mass of destruction that decided to chase Kudri around for the rest of the episode. That's essentially what happened. The way that confrontation ends is that Shimura gets taken away, and Kudri is holding her off with claws, even though logically your mind is like, well, why couldn't she just shrink down and go through the claws? I mean, like the wires and shit. Like, why is she just going straight instead of just going around it? Like, it's not hard. That's like, I always hate that plot device in animes when you get caught by a wire, and it's like, why don't you just back up and turn around? And the excuse they're using is that Celti's nothing but pure instinct at this point. She's not, like, Celti isn't thinking logically. Like, her mind cracked when she saw that. She's like, Psycha, him kissing her, kidnapping. Like, everything just went in her mind. She went, and she flew off in a crazy, black, dark void of hatred and ridiculousness. But I said this episode is mainly Verona because it's really, throughout this whole thing, we're getting kind of a monologue of Verona, and we find out that Verona was hired by Kudri to take Shinra, and I'm guessing I now know that she stole the head from the police, which is what she was doing last episode. And then she was there to meet Kudri, who dropped off Shinra in the car, and now she's driving off with Shinra and the head and Celti's head. Although Celti doesn't know her head's in the car, Celti just knows that Shinra's been kidnapped and she ain't about that life. It also shows how much she cares about Shinra, because she could have attacked Kudri after she dropped him off, and she was like, "No, I want Shinra. I don't give a damn about Kudri at this point." So now she's just trying to get to Shinra. The Verona monologue was interesting because essentially what it admits is that she realizes that she likes the peaceful nature in the life that she lives currently, but she doesn't believe that she can have that ever again due to, well, betraying those people with her ridiculousness. And it brings up a point that I find interesting. I don't know, even though Izaya and Kudri are not working together, there are things like this that make me think they're working together. I mean, because think about it. It was technically Izaya / Sloan who ended up goading her to think that that she was changing and that she was getting soft and she needed to change and shit. Like, that was the whole underlining thing at the end of Season 2, Part 2. And then, of course, Kudri just happens to hire her right afterwards after Izaya gets Shizuo locked up because Shizuo would cause some shit. I feel does it feel like it's working? They're working way too well in tandem with each other without either, because I'm pretty sure it's not intentional, but it feels intentional, and I don't know how to perceive it other than maybe it's accidental, like it's not meaning to happen, it's just fucking happening, and it's like, well, shit happens. Like, that's the way it comes off, and you're like, well, that doesn't seem right. The other aspect is we get to see, they kind of skip, well, they don't really skip it, they just kind of show you the result of the Chikage, Izumi, Masaomi interaction, which is that Chikage ends up saving them. Like, that's the short answer. There wasn't really too much that went on further than that. We got some cool action sequences from Kudri running away from I guess, Celti Prime. I don't know what I'm going to call that form of Celti. I haven't decided. Walker had me rolling with his whole obsession. You know, like, you always were reminded that Walker is more of a 2D lover than he thinks he's almost borderline like 3D pig disgusting. Except he never says that, but he's totally into 2D more than he's into 3D. You can obviously tell. the rest, I mean, there's not really too much else to talk about because, as I said, it's more Verona realizing that she likes the peaceful, tranquil life she had come to have for a while, even though she doesn't think she can get it anymore, which is obviously not true because Shizuo doesn't blame her for any of this. Shizuo blames Izaya, like he always does. Also, I find it funny, I mean, and obviously we gotta have him punk some children because that's funny. And he's like, oh, I don't have a motorcycle license. Oh, he's like, I don't know how to ride a horse. He's like, well, give me the bike. Give me the bike. He's riding up in this fucking bike. He's like, something's going on with Celty. So we're gonna see. It's pretty much it's all set up. We're all in that setup mode. And then obviously at the end of the episode, it literally just shows, oh look, Henri has met up with Mika. Nothing else, nothing more. Just Henri met up with Mika. We're about to get some, like, everything's just, it's just building. It's a crescendo. It's just building. It's building to that peak. And when it finally hits that top, it's going to be like, bang! And shit's just going to completely go down. So now we have Celtics involvement. So we just need to finish up the Chikage, Dollars, and Yellow Scarf situation. Maybe some Aoba stuff. Because the preview for next week was just like a combination of a whole bunch of different shit. But overall, it's getting good, son. It's getting good. And you know the one thing that still bothers me? I need to understand Kudri's motivations. I still don't get what she's going for and why she's doing what she's doing. Like, I don't understand why. I understand what she's doing. It's obvious she's trying to lead Celty into a trap so she could get the body and the head. But my question is, why are you so nice to Henri versus being such a dick about it to Celty? And why even do this in the first place when it's already been shown that you enjoy the current freedom you have? Like, I don't understand. And then even then, she talks about how she was jealous of she's jealous of Celty's relationship with Shinra. And then it just kind of, it keeps fluctuating, like, and then she calls herself a villain. Like, Kudri confuses me as a character. Like, I don't understand why. I feel like that's what I need, a why. I really do. And if anyone else kind of understands it, please sound off in the comment section, because I'm just sitting here like, I kind of don't get it. But man, that's just me. But leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This has been the Insane Game Freak. Life's a game, play to win, and I will catch you guys later. Peace. Oh.